Joined now by Mayor Craig Greenberg to talk more about the budget.
All right, Mayor, you know you can't fund everybody.
That's right.
You heard some of the folks that Alexis just talked to. Take us through the process. What goes into, who gets into the budget?
So as you mentioned, Rick, certainly can't fund every good initiative that's out there. But what we did do is we did fund a ton more than before for homeless individuals and to help them have a new path in life with record amounts of funding for shelter and services for individuals who are in need. So I think there was a little bit of misleading that was just going on, because in the past we've only funded the Arthur Street Hotel one time with one partial, with about a $200,000 or $250,000 one-time allocation. My understanding is their annual budget is $3 to $4 million a year. So I think there's more reasons than just the city budget why they're making their decisions. But we're appreciative of what they've done. We'd love to find ways to partner in the future. We're helping to relocate those individuals now. But I'm very proud of the work that my team is doing to help individuals who are homeless through our new Home for Good permanent supportive housing initiative, through construction of new affordable housing, through other organizations like Volunteers of America, Goodwill Industries, and so many others that are doing great work in our community.
Well, we know that public safety is your top priority. $14 million going to LMPD this year, $14 million more, excuse me, this year over last year. What are some of the other ways that you're funding public safety?
Yeah. Well, one of the ways that I'm most excited about is how we're investing in our parks and our libraries, how we're investing in early childhood education. All of these are initiatives that are working to get young people on positive directions in life, to help them explore, learn new things, new extracurricular activities, have safe places to gather, and to really help them as they continue to grow so that they don't end up being a perpetrator of violence or a victim of violence.
Well, the Parks Patrol seems to be doing well. That's a new initiative.
It is. We have a new park ranger program that we're increasing every year. We've built new pools in our parks. We have expanded and renovated our libraries in communities like Portland and Parkland, and now downtown and in Fern Creek. So we're doing a lot. We also have a lot of outreach programs to our Office of Violence Prevention to help young people that are maybe struggling to get back on right. And we have new partnerships this year, including with the Boys and Girls Club, that I'm really proud of.
All right, let's switch to Bardstown Road.
Yes.
And it's a much calmer weekend than it was 2 weeks ago. And I don't know if you saw that they arrested one involved in the shooting. How are your efforts going? What needs to be done there, Mayor?
So we have dedicated a lot of resources towards this very important issue. We want people to enjoy themselves safely on Bardstown Road and every other neighborhood around the community. And that's why LMPD is out with significant resources there. We appreciate the work from the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office that they've been helping out. We have Mounted Patrol out there. Let me be very clear. Most of the bar owners there are doing the right thing. They're looking to safely provide a way for people to have a good time. There are only a couple of bars that are causing issues. Also, the individuals that are out there, they have responsibility themselves. Their parents have responsibilities, particularly for the juveniles. But we've brought floodlights out there. We're towing cars. I think all of these efforts combined are going to make sure that it's a safe summer for people on Bardstown Road and across our city.
What about, how much are you giving, like, the last call, moving it up from 4 to, say, 2 o'clock?
So the last call time for the 4 a.m. license, that is controlled by Metro Council under state law. So that's not something that I can, on my own, change. However, I do think it's a healthy conversation to have about whether that should be moved up. If we did that, that would be for the entire community. That's something that I do think conversations will continue to go on about what is the appropriate closing time here in Louisville.